I'm about to show you how to earn more money and how to land more online fitness clients without any extra leads. So grab a notepad, grab a pen, let's go. I'm Adam Haley and I've helped over 1,000 personal trainers leave the gym floor, go fully online and hit consistent 5K months. So if you are anything like most online fitness coaches, then you will always think that your problem is leads. If you want to grow in income, if you want to jump up an income bracket, if you want to add more clients to your business, you think I need more leads. But I'm going to prove to you that that is not always the case. Last year, I was working with a coach called Kelly, who was stuck at around £6,500 per month. So we jumped on a call and she was really frustrated. She was like, Adam, I've been stuck at 6.5K for the last 2 to 3 months. No matter what I do, I can't seem to grow above it. Naturally, the first thing that I did was start asking her a bunch of questions in terms of, have you done this lead gen tactic? Have you done this? Let's do a deep dive into your content. And I got sort of 5-6 minutes into this. And then I stopped and I just said, hold on a second, Kelly, just give me this number. Last month, how many calls did you get booked? She told me the number. I said, awesome. How many calls did you take? How many actually turned up? She told me that number. I said, okay, and how many did you close? She told me that number. And straight away, I was able to identify that the call nurturing process was her constraint. Let me show you this. Starting at the number at the top, this represents how many calls Kelly had in the previous month, which in this case was 19. And I think you and I can probably both agree that there's no issue with that. 19 sales calls in 30 days for an online fitness coach is solid. It's an average of 5 calls per week, which will hit most people's financial goals if they had that much call volume. The next number is where it all goes wrong. So of 19 calls booked, she took 9, which as you can see here, is a 47% show rate. What that means is out of the 19 people that booked a call, only 9 showed up, meaning 10 of them never even made it to the call and just ghosted and disappeared. And finally, if we look at the bottom number, 6, that is solid. That is a 66% close rate, meaning of the 9 calls that she actually got to speak to, 66% of them signed up, which is fine. Like around 70% would be ideal as a founder closing the business, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over a 66% close rate. The reason I'm showing you this is I want to hit home that in Kelly's case, she thought she had a lead issue. You know, her income was stagnant. She's like, I need more leads. I need more leads. It wasn't a lead issue. She had enough leads. She had more than enough calls. The issue was actually getting people to the call. That's where everything broke down, and that's what I fixed. Once we made a few changes, which I'm about to run you through step by step, she then took 22 calls in a row. It was a 100% show rate for 22 calls, and she jumped in income from the 6.5K to about 11K in like 3.5 months. It was insane. So let's jump in, and I'm going to show you the exact process that you should follow if you want to increase your close rates, make more sales, and ultimately sign up more clients and make more money. Here's how it looked. Now, this might look overly complex initially, but trust me, it's super simple. Anything in blue is automated, anything in pink is manual, and then the green is, of course, the outcome of the call. So I'm going to go through step by step exactly what you need to do in order to maximize your show rates and get more clients out of the leads that you already have. We're going to start with step 1, which is call positioning. So what I mean by this is before you've even sent somebody your booking link, just the message that you send them and how you frame the sales call is really, really important. So if you frame it as a sales call and then you go ahead and book them and you're due to speak to them in 2 or 3 days time, that is 2 to 3 days for them to be able to go, do you know what? I probably don't have the funds for online coaching. I'm probably not ready for this. And then they'll either no show or they'll cancel. Instead, we want to change the frame of the call so that there's a big upside and benefit to them, even if they don't sign up with you. And the easiest way to do this is to what I call incentivize the call. And I do this by suggesting that I'm going to give them a free audit on this call. So what we do personally on the OT is we suggest that we'll give them a full social media audit. So when somebody books a call with us, we're like, hey, let's jump on a quick 15-20 minute call. We can map out the next steps that I think you should take in order to grow from here to here. But on the call, I'm going to run through a full Instagram audit. I'm going to look at your profile. I'm going to look at your posting frequency, what sort of content you're putting out there. And let's see what quick wins we can get from that. This way, even if somebody is having second thoughts in between the call being booked and taking place, they're still going to go, what can I learn from this? Like a social media audit would still be really, really useful. So for you, it might be that you offer a free nutrition audit on the call, or you're going to run through a full sleep audit. You could call it a lifestyle audit. But basically, we want to position the call in a way that even if the person isn't going to sign up with you, there's still benefit to them making it to that call. With the call positioning and framing of the call taken care of, let's look at the next step, which would be limiting your calendar to no more than 3 days in advance. Right now, if you went to your own calendar link and you clicked it as if you were a prospect and you looked at booking a call onto your own calendar, if when you look at it, you see availability 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks in advance, basically it means your calendar settings are set to default in the future, you're going to have an issue. Most people, when they come to booking a call, will pick a date that's in around a week or so's time because they don't want to feel pressured into picking one tomorrow, for example. The issue is that that gives them an entire week to talk themselves out of the process or to become busy, or worst case scenario, to be hit up or see some other coach's content. Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to go to your Calendly settings and I want you to limit it so that they can't see any appointments that are longer than 3 days out. This then ideally means that they can only book calls between 24 and 72 hours out, and this is perfect. When you do this, your show rates will improve dramatically, I promise you. And of course, you're gonna have the odd time when somebody does open your calendar link and they go, hey, I can't actually make any of these times work. I'm only free at the weekend. And in that case, you just work around it as a one-off. But by and large, you want to try and have your diary limited to no longer than 3 days in advance and force people to jump on with you sooner versus later. Now, at this point, if we assume that you've framed the call correctly, you've sent them your link, the person has booked on within 3 days, so let's say tomorrow afternoon, the next two things want to happen automatically. As soon as they book the call, they should be redirected to a really simple pre-call page. The page can look something like this. Please excuse the terrible drawing and handwriting. It wants a really simple headline at the top that's just along the lines of thanks for booking in your call or congratulations, your call is booked. Like super simple. And then just a little prompt saying, check out this 2-minute video below before your call. And then just a simple piece of text saying, check out this quick 2-minute video. And the video is you for literally a minute, 2 minutes maximum, just saying, hey, I'm really excited that you've booked in a call with me. On this call, we're just going to discuss kind of what's working right now for you, what's maybe not working as well as it could be. We're going to put a bit of a game plan together that I think is going to suit you in order to get you to the next goals. All I ask you to do is if you're not able to make the call, just drop me a quick message and we can reschedule. I ask that you turn up ideally on a laptop instead of a phone so you can make the most out of the call because I'm going to share some stuff. And then also, if you can be in a place that's quiet, maybe take some notes. I want you getting value from the call. I want you leaving the call with more information than you went into it. So I'm super excited and I'll catch you when we're booked in for. Don't try and force any language into this video around like, don't worry, it's not a sales call. Don't worry, it's not going to be pushy. Just cut to the chase. Just let them know you're excited to speak with them. This is what you're going to do on the call. And then here are the 2 to 3 things that you would like them to do. At the same time as them being redirected to this page once they book the call, we want an automatic confirmation email going out from your calendar service provider, e.g. Calendly. Don't try and be clever and change this email. Just use the default settings that Calendly already has set up for these emails. The only thing that you want to make sure is really, really clear is the location of the call, i.e. the Zoom URL. You just want to make sure that it's clearly displayed on this email. So I would actually suggest that you go through and do a test booking yourself and make sure you can very easily see where the person needs to join. You're then going to want to set up 3 reminders, again, all within your own calendar system, whether it's Calendly, High Level, whatever CRM you are using. You're going to want a 24-hour email reminder, a 1-hour email reminder, and then a 15-minute SMS reminder. Again, I would not try and outsmart it. I wouldn't adjust any of these. I would use the default settings that your calendar system provides. So a quick recap. At this point, you've framed and positioned the call so that there is a benefit to the prospect turning up, even if they have no intention on signing up. You've limited your calendar to no more than 3 days in advance, and once they've booked the call, they're automatically getting redirected to a quick thank you page. They're then receiving automated confirmation and reminder emails set on the cadence that I've just recommended. And now we're back to the 2 final manual tasks. Task number 1 is the PM voice note. So each evening, you should go to your calendar and see which appointments you have in for the following day. And one by one, you should voice note them on WhatsApp using the number that they gave you when booking the call. The voice note wants to be really simple and something like this. Hey Sarah, Adam here. Hope you had a great week so far. Super excited to catch you at 2 p.m. tomorrow. I'll shoot you a quick message in the morning just to confirm the Zoom link and so on. But if you've got any questions in the meantime, just let me know. If not, catch you tomorrow. The reason that we do this voice note is because leading into the sales call, some prospects might get a little bit anxious, a bit nervous, perhaps even a little bit intimidated, especially if they've never spoken with you before. So for them to receive a personal voice note where you're sounding just really nice, friendly, enthusiastic, I think it tends to just kind of put them at ease and relaxes them prior to the call. Conversely, it also actually does give them an opportunity to cancel the call if they have had second thoughts. You'd rather know than not. So if you don't have any contact with them, that's where it's really easy for them just to not turn up. But when that voice note lands in their inbox, it does give them an opportunity, if they have talked themselves out of it, to at least let you know. We're now into the final step, the AM written message. And you'll see we now have two options. I've got a 1 and a 2 representing the two paths that we can go down. If you've sent that voice note to the prospect and they've replied saying, thanks so much, really excited to speak, we're going to go with option 1. So all you're going to do in this case is in the morning, you're going to drop a quick WhatsApp written message saying, morning, Adam, excited to catch you at 2 p.m. Have you got the Zoom link? That's all you need to do. If they've not replied to the voice note, either they've not opened it or they've seen it, listened to it, but they've not replied, then what we're going to do is go to option 2. And with this message, we're going to do a little bit of reverse psychology. So we're going to type a message that says, just let me know if you can't make the call today, Sarah. When somebody sees this message, if they are intent on making it to the call and they're excited, they'll see that and they'll go, no, sorry, it was really busy, just missed your voice note last night. Yes, look forward to it. Or again, it does give them the opportunity that if they have talked their way out of the call, then at least you're giving them one last chance to reply to you and say, sorry, something's come up, not gonna be able to make it. And again, you would always rather know if somebody can't make the call than to turn up on Zoom, sitting there staring at yourself for 5 to 10 minutes. At this point, you've done everything that you're able to work through this process and ultimately have more people actually make it to the call. Let's run through a really fast recap. Number 1, it's really, really important that we are framing and positioning the call in a way that they're going to get benefit, even if they have no intentions on signing up. Number 2, we don't want people to be able to book indefinitely into the future. If people are booking more than 4 days in advance, it's unlikely that they're going to show up to the call. Try and limit it to 3 days or less. Number 3 is when somebody books a call, we want them automatically receiving a confirmation email that's going to have the Zoom link in it. And we want them being redirected to a really simple page that has a short video from you congratulating them on booking the call. Number 4, we want 24-hour, 1 hour, and 15-minute reminders going out with the Zoom URLs that are really clear for them to click on. Number 5, you're going to send them a really nice short voice note the evening before the call so you put their mind at ease and show them that you're excited to speak with them. And number 6 is you're going to send them a quick written WhatsApp in the morning that is either going to be saying, have you got the Zoom URL, if they've responded to your voice note, or just let me know if you can't make the call today if they haven't responded. Now, hopefully you can see that this call nurturing process that most people overlook is actually really, really important and can make you a lot of money without having to generate new leads or try and get additional calls booked. We're just maximizing those that have already booked and making sure that they turn up to the call so that you can close them and turn them into clients. And if you need a hand with the sales call process, I've shot a video that's got you on this. Go check it out.